Cristin Hearn. Good morning.
I know that the Secretary of State's office has said that they will not do an independent investigation into Hays County elections. I disagree with this. Per our election administrator herself, the terms that she's used to describe her own investigation were informal and specific scope. So this investigation that she did does not address many other deficiencies that we have within the Hays County voting process. I would also like to state I've been to the last 2 election commissioners meetings. She seems really unprepared and unable to answer basic questions that are posed to her that she should be able to answer given her high title. For example, in the April election commission meeting, the advisory committee was formed. She was asked to provide a timeline for this group and to discuss. She kind of shrugged her shoulders, looked around the room, and finally said, no, I don't have one. Okay, Judge Cobb followed up and said, what are your thoughts on the timeline? Another shoulder shrug, looking around, and said, well, maybe in a month or 2. I'm kind of paraphrasing. She should know that she should have been prepared to present this. It was on the agenda, should have been presented. At the March Election Commission meeting, first item on the agenda, discussion for purchasing new equipment. Judge Cobb, do you know how much the current equipment cost? Jennifer Anderson, no, I do not. They go on to discuss the purchasing process. She can't have a discussion. It seems like she's reading directly from a policy manual. Someone that's appointed to her position should be able to go through these meetings without Judge Cobb holding her hand, and he is having to guide her through these meetings. These are basic questions for a manager in her position. And another Hays County resident did speak at the April Election Commission meeting and stated that based on his observations that this is purely a political appointment. I tend to agree based on the interactions I've had with her and what I've seen in these election commissions meetings. We need someone else for this job. I would almost feel sorry for her if she wasn't so smug and arrogant towards people like myself when we ask legitimate questions about voting. In fact, I've asked what she has put in place to prevent inaccurate ballots being distributed. Never got a response. I've asked more than once. And we have May elections, local elections, where a handful of votes can turn an election. These are important issues, and she needs to be accountable to the taxpayers. You know, we heard wonderful things about Mr. Pope and how he really wanted to serve the residents of Hays County. That's what we need in an election administrator, and I just don't feel like we have it in her. We need to get these questions answered. We need a full and complete audit, and we need an open hearing in order to feel confident that there is integrity in the Hays County voting process. Thank you.